Wait, me?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Goofin podcast. I'm your host, Tom X Game 69, joined here by the co-host or main host. I don't know who the fuck it is this week.
I don't
Burrito
know.
Bambino.
Burrito Bandino?
Apparently, I cussed in the first 10 seconds, and now it's demonetized once you get that.
That's fine. Let's just have minimal work for me. My toe's broken. I don't want to do. There's too much I have to
Yeah,
do.
that's even better because now you have no excuse to not edit the podcast.
I do have an excuse. It's called Mafia: The Old Country.
Yeah, you're welcome,
I love it so much. Thank you. It's so good,
dude. Dude, and you better never fucking forget it.
dude.
So
I
anyways,
I equipped the. Oh, by the way, I equipped the charm immediately, as soon as I could.
oh,
The
the
driving
driving
one. Yep.
charm. Dude, like again, lifesaver.
Dude, I'm just now. I'm at the point where Luca is teaching you close hand to hand combat. That's what I got to last night. I played it for an hour till like 4 o'clock last night.
So you're still like at the start.
Yep.
Oh man, I was gonna ask you about how you've been enjoying it, but you're nowhere close to like.
No, I haven't gotten any like crazy like gunplay or anything yet, but I did reinstall Mafia One because I wanted to. I think I might do what we were talking about and reinstall them all and go from there.
I feel like you can skip Mafia 3.
I still want to play it. I haven't played it. I feel like it'd be a disservice as a
I,
Mafia fan to not try it at least once.
so all right, so here's my reasoning for why I think you should skip it. One, it is open world.
Yes.
Two, it does it again. I think I've told you before, but it feels like a Boondock Saints. If anyone else gets that reference, but it feels like the Boondock Saints of the Mafia games.
Yeah, but I like Boondock Saints. So it's like there's that like
But it doesn't. But it doesn't have the great. I almost said the latent great. He's not dead yet. Willem Dafoe,
that's true. That's true.
the Fat Man. 'Cause I can't say the other word.
But like I don't know. Like part of me wants to play it because I never got around to it. I have it for free. I might as well do it. I'm going through Mafia 1. I got that set up last night. I didn't even install the definitive edition. I'm just going to go with the old version.
Nostalgia.
I love how Mafia 1 looks. Any game from the early 2000s with like really bad 3D polygon models makes my
Like,
wiener hard.
can I say though, 2K knows what they're doing
They do.
in regards to the pricing of their games,
They do.
because honestly, there are so few game developers out there that are like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna keep the same price because what's the point in going up? 2K is like, no, we're gonna make the game cheaper, and honestly, if you want more, we'll just make it the same price of what games used to be.
Dude, which blew my mind when I looked because I'm like, wait, you got me the deluxe edition. I'm like, he probably spent like $70-$80. Oh no, he spent $60 on what would have been a $60
Like
right like
$100 for like EA or something.
right. And I'm just like, damn. And dude, like honestly, the fucking white like tux, I love it. That's immediately what I put Enzo in. It's just so suave looking.
So I didn't touch any of the. I'm gonna save that for my second playthrough. But for my first one, I was like, no, I want to be like genuine. I want to experience the game as it's meant to be experienced.
That's fair.
And then when I get my second playthrough, I'll just be like, whatever.
That's fair. I did it because I really liked how the things the tux looks, and I was like, oh cool. There's an option to disable story outfits, so you can either do the story outfits and then go from there, or just wear whatever you want. And I'm just a sucker for like customization in any game, so it's like that's fine for me.
See, like, I would have done that, but at the same time, I also really liked the white tux because it reminds me of like, you not like the old school old country like you're playing, but like the old school, like 40s to 50s mafia members.
Yeah, which I'm just a
And
sucker
but I'm
for to
like,
begin with, so it's like I had to.
yeah, but like I felt like it would have been disingenuous to because I really enjoy the story part.
Right.
And
Yeah,
now I'm
I'm
wearing
loving it.
like immediately.
I'm loving it, dude. Like I haven't even gotten far, but it just it's just it's so good. It's so good. I don't want to like for the people that watch the podcast. I don't want to like spoil anything like from the beginning. I know it's not like a lot. There's isn't
I will.
super.
I have one thing that I do want to spoil for everybody,
Okay.
including you. There's no Playboy mags.
I
I'm
mean, yeah,
sorry.
that's the biggest tragedy. There was
They're
nothing
not.
like being 13 and seeing old Playboy mags and just being the happiest man in the world.
And then the sudden realization, these women are probably old or dead.
Older dead, yes. It's the equivalency of a laugh track in a TV show now.
Yeah, because it's like those were actually like old school Playboy models.
Yeah, most of them are dead. I did fact check that at the time. Most of them were dead at the time of making that game.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like,
so speaking of EA, have you seen the prices for Battlefield 6?
I have not, and I'm scared to hear it now as you say it.
So open beta is free, of course.
Obviously.
Um, base game is $70.
Fuck you. No.
You want to know what Phantom Edition is?
I'm gonna guess 120.
$100. The same joke that I just made
Yeah.
about EA being like $100 for an upgrade. They literally just made the meme reality.
Live reaction to more EA fuckery. The only good thing EA has done recently is they're not making Sims 5, so they don't make us pay for all the DLC again.
Yeah, I heard about that. They're just going to continuously update 4.
Yeah, they have a multiplayer project they're working on, but I don't have high hopes for it, mainly due to the fact Sims 4 is a multiplayer mod. It works fine enough. I mean, it works. I don't trust EA with
Larry,
online servers.
you play Battlefield.
I play old Battlefield, and the servers are still bad. Well, let me rephrase. I played 2042 servers suck. Hardline is dead in the water. Shot 3 times. Dragged by its ankles. I miss it so much.
I didn't like Hardline.
You know what, I'm going to rant about something. Actually, no, I have a rant. I have a rant.
Okay.
I actually have a rant. So I heard earlier, and the only reason it bothers me slightly is because I play the game. Valorant, okay?
Oh, God.
This goes somewhere. Valorant. I unfortunately like Riot Games. I play League. I play Valorant. And apparently people are reporting if you have Riot Vanguard installed, which is what you need to play Vanguard, you can't play Battlefield 6. The kernel level anti-cheat counteracts with each other.
Yeah, because they both have kernel.
Yeah. So you either choose one or the other, which bothers me the shit ton. I hate kernel level anti-cheat. It doesn't work half the time. I don't like giving that much access to something. I mean, granted, everything I have is already out there, so it doesn't matter, but it pisses me off to no end the fact that and I have this conversation with my partner all the time about being able to just pop in a disc and play. I miss those days. I miss just simplicity. Even like my father-in-law and stuff. I bought him some games recently for the PS4. Titanfall 2, Hardline, and Homefront: The Revolution. And you know, he has all these update files and not enough space for one. Two, just doesn't understand the concept of updating a game.
What's like the whole thing that like I 100% get you when it comes to like the old school media.
Mm-hmm.
Like even I think it was like the major publishers like Activision, Bethesda, all of them. They went away from you can buy physical heavy air quotes there media, but it's not actually
The
physical
game,
media
yeah,
because
the game is like halfway on there. The rest still has to be downloaded.
yeah, it's just a data key. And someone who used to have really bad fucking internet, living out in the boonies,
Right.
and like my internet could not stand 100 GB day one patch. When I shit you not, when I bought Fallout 76, day one, I bought it day one,
Felt
like pre-ordered and everything.
Felt.
got it home, put it into my PS4. It took 3 days to download the update.
I mean, you know, of all people, how my
You
internet
you
situation is. I'm in the same fucking boat. I can't afford to fucking deal with these day one patches.
you know what happened after 4 days of the game being out?
Another update.
They had a 50 GB
Yep,
update.
I remember it. I
I
bought it.
played
I
I
bought it off
played all
Amazon.
of mm, I played all of 2 hours of it the day it finally finished updating. Played all of 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, okay, gotta go to bed, be responsible, go to work tomorrow. Come back home. I go to get on my PS4. I'm like, man, I've had a really draining day. I think I was working at a warehouse at this point. I I sat down, turned my PS4 on, 50 GB update. Dude, the rage I felt
Dude, that
is
the
indescribable.
the you let out was was palpable.
It was worse than when I broke my copy of Bloodborne.
It just sucks so hard. It just because it sucks because I have a computer now that I can do content creation and play games on. And like even looking at my Steam now, I have like a 15 gig update for Cyberpunk. I'm downloading For Honor. I have a few some other updates here and there. It's just like that's why I just stick to you know me. I just play older games half the time.
Yeah,
I
and
just
I'm kind of in the same boat.
yeah, exactly. You don't have to worry
Like,
about anything.
yeah, like, you're not gonna be surprised, and like, yeah, you don't really get to see. And that's the whole thing I hate about the modern gaming like world right now is a lot of it's focused on the online aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are so many games where it's like, oh, online only, but it's like there are still good stories to be told through the medium of gaming. Y'all just need to put the effort in to tell these stories, like what 2K did with
I
Mafia:
was
The
literally
Old
about to
Country.
say Old Country is
Like,
like the best example
dude,
as of lately.
you're not even. You're just at the start, dude. The story is so good. Yeah, I ruined it for myself because I'm just a critical asshole who sits there and will be like, "Oh, I know what's gonna happen next," and then it happens. But at the same time, I enjoy that. I like being like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen next?" And sometimes I'm wrong.
Right.
I enjoy the story because I may think I know where it's going and I may be right. And that makes me happy that I know that I'm right. But I could also be wrong, and it may make me happy that I'm wrong, or it may make me upset that I'm wrong. 9 times out of 10, though, it makes me happy and sad when I'm right.
Right. It just sucks because like, and I see people already complaining that Mafia as a whole takes about 10 to 12 hours to beat, and people are upset about that. That it's not like 30, 40 hours. Like, dude, I have a full time job. Like, I go to work. I come home and take care of my father in law. I don't have time for these open world games that last 120 hours anymore, like I used to.
Dude, I haven't had the time for that in a while. And like that was the whole reason I was so scared to get the old countries. Like, oh God. Like the old Mafia games would take you ever to beat. And like I
Mm-hmm.
remember being younger, I didn't have responsibilities. I had, I went to school. I had, all this extra time. Luckily, I had a free weekend last weekend. So I was like, oh, I can just dump all my time into Mafia, beat it in 12 and a half hours.
Right. It's just as like time's going on, every like people like you and I, who used to just have nothing but time in the world, now have almost no time in the world until like on the weekends or like late at night. But even like for your example, late at night, you gotta wake up early as shit in the morning.
I wake up at 4 a.m.
Right. Half the time you'll text me like some random bullshit, and like I'm like, all right, cool. It's funny because it's either I'll respond to it then because I'm still awake playing something, or I'll wait until I wake up.
You gotta let it marinate.
Yeah, sometimes I've let it marinate. Like the other day, you sent me something. I'm like, I'll respond to this in the morning. I can't remember what it was.
It's like Red Dead 2. So I originally played it on PS4, but when I got PC, I was like, oh, Red Dead 2 is gonna look beautiful. So I got it on PC. I was like, oh, what are my hours in that anyways? Because it's mostly story mode out.
Right.
So take away maybe 8 of the 108 hours from Red Dead 2 for when we were playing it online,
Mm-hmm.
just rough estimate. 100 hours I have in that game, and I never completed the story mode. I still
Jesus.
have like a few missions on the story mode left.
Right.
Like I'm in the prologue of it, but it's one of those things where it's like I don't have the time like I used to just sink into these games.
And that's the unfortunate thing is like the multiplayer aspect. You can just hop in for a few matches and be like fulfilled in some regard. That's why I've been like playing Overwatch and stuff. At least I can just sit down, play a few matches, kind of feel content. But that's not what I fell in love with gaming for. You know what I mean? Like I used to be so happy on the Xbox 360. I remember when my stepdad brought me home Halo 3, and that was like the best experience I've ever had in my entire life. You know what I mean?
I never played Halo.
Oh, I love Halo so much, and not even just Halo as an example. The other example would be Saints Row the Third, because I got good grades and
Oh,
they bought it for me, dude. Let me tell you, that's the only game I played for a solid 6 months. I beat it 256 times.
dude, I have a funny story about Saints Row the Third.
Go ahead.
So, that movie, that game came out when we were like around what 10, 11.
11.
Yeah. So I remember watching. I can't remember the name of the YouTuber. He was like one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. He he was sitting there playing the game like for a let's play. You know when those were popular, and I was like, oh, this game looks like so much fun. It's like GTA but more cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
So I go. You know, wee little lad. I go up to my mom and I'm like, mom, I want this game. You know, she never really paid attention to that shit.
Right.
She let me play Call of Duty, Red Dead. Like she didn't really care what
I mean, at
what I
all,
did.
actually.
So, you know, we go to the store and the dude like has to do his due diligence. And it's like, oh man, are you sure this media is fine for your kid? She was like, yeah, no, he whatever. He said it's just a funny cartoon game, whatever. We get home and my stepdad, being the smarter person. I'm not saying my mom is dumb in any regards, but she had too much trust in me.
Mm-hmm.
Like way too much trust in me. He decides, hey, I'm gonna look into what this game actually is because the dude at the store sounded really, really like trying to convince her to not buy this game for me.
Right.
So he looks it up. I saw the look on his face and knew, oh man, I'm about to have to return this. It hadn't even finished downloading the updates before it was back into the PlayStation 3 case. And I got a very stern talking to, and I'm like, man, you'll suck.
Dude, I don't know how like appropriate of a story it is, but I'm gonna like shy away from details with it. So when I was a kid, I really wanted to play GTA 4 at the time, and we had my mom's friend living with us, and so she drives me to GameStop, and I use like it was either allowance money or like the numerous GameStop gift cards I had stockpiled from like Christmas, birthdays, and stuff. And I buy GTA 4. And by the way, manual for GTA 4 goes so hard. It is the coolest thing, and every GTA game has like the best manual. I digress. At the time, my mom was working at a old folks home, and with her friend, and so she's like, "Hey, I gotta go inside real quick," and she comes out, and I was friends, like not friends, but like her boyfriend and everything, him and I, like, he showed me GTA San Andreas, which is why I wanted to play GTA 4. And she comes out with one of my mom and hers co-workers making out with him, like, viciously and relentlessly in front of me. And she goes,
Oh,
don't tell your mother about what just happened. Me being 11 or 12, I don't really know the concept of cheating.
cheating on a partner.
So I go home to my mom. I'm like, "Hey, Ma, you know that guy Kenny you work with?" She's like, "Yeah, why? Well, I was just making out with her."
You're told.
Yeah, immediately. And dude,
You asshole.
the anger in my mother's eyes, she was about to go for that woman's throat. Until I was like, "Hey, Mom," and she's like, "Yes, sweet." I'm like, "My game won't work." So I hand it to my dad. He wipes it on his shirt. I go back up to the attic where my room was. I'm like, okay, love you. And I just hear screaming on screaming.
So you were just like the chaotically good child.
Oh yeah, horribly so. Like, I mean,
Oh, dude, I
dude, it was just so funny. Just like, don't tell your mom. Okay, goes home. Hey, mom.
I was the opposite. I was a very sneaky child.
I mean,
I
I get that.
like I'm not sitting here saying like, oh yeah, I wouldn't smoke crack with all the cool kids in the back of the school. Like, no, I didn't do that stuff. But like, I would purposely try to mislead my parents
Yeah.
into thinking that like, oh no, I'm such an innocent wee little lad. Um, my mom to this day, she didn't know I smoked pot until I think like last year. I finally told her, and I told her where I got some of it from, and I knew she smoked pot for years. I
Yeah.
told her where I got it from. By the way, it's legal in our state now. Um,
For the feds that are listening.
but like, yeah, for the feds that are listening, um, you cannot get me on this indictment. So I was like, I told her that. So like, she didn't know about a lot of the stuff that I did when I
Right.
was, young, living with her and all that. Um, my stepdad, on the other hand, he always had a skeptic doubt about some of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the whole Saints for the Third incident. My dad, though, dude, he was like, you were so much like me. I know there's things that I'm gonna catch you on, but I'm not gonna catch you on everything. He knew that I was like doing tobacco and stuff, but he could never really catch me,
Right.
except for this one time. The first time I ever started like using chew tobacco, I had my little stash can underneath the bed, like really well hidden, but I forgot to hide the bottle.
I thought you were say hide the body. I started disassociating listening to you. I'm like, hide the body. I'm like, wait, I missed a few steps.
No, I forgot to hide the bottle,
Oof.
so he finds the bottle. Keep in mind, he has done this for majority of his life as well.
Right.
Chew tobacco, smoke, all that stuff. So he finds the bottle and goes, "Ha! I finally caught this fucker." So he confronts me about it. And quick as shit, I don't know why, but the very first thing was I just looked at him and said, "That's not dipspit." He's like, "It's brown." I peed in the bottle,
Oh my god.
and he told me because years later, like once I'm legal and can do it myself, I kind of told him like, yeah, no, that was dipspit. He's like, I knew it at the time that that's what it was, but I was so fucking impressed that you came up with that quick of a lie.
Oh
I
my god.
didn't know
Yeah.
how I didn't know how to continue the conversation.
Imagine bamboozling your dad out of getting in trouble. That's awesome.
He was like, I knew it wasn't Pitt, but you said it so like quickly and confidently. I didn't know if I could argue about it. He's like, because at that point I wasn't too sure. He didn't have the bottle with him. So
Right.
like he was just like, go dump it out then. Like he didn't know what to say.
Beautiful.
Um but what he did catch me with was smoking cigarettes.
Oof.
And so the whole thing is the entire time my childhood my stepmom has smoked.
Mm-hmm.
I used to make a fucking like prima donna act of coughing whenever she smoked around me.
Mm-hmm.
So like, they always said like, "Oh, don't ever let us catch you smoking. Don't ever let us catch you smoking." I'm like, "Oh, I'm never gonna smoke. Never gonna smoke." So
Right.
anyways, I started fucking smoking,
So, anyways, I picked up a
and
fucking Marble Red.
yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was too.
I know.
I got my
From your drunk ass, I know you smoke Marble fucking Reds.
dude. It was my older brother's girlfriend who bought them for me, and I went to go hang out at my friend's house. So I opened the pack of cigarettes in my bedroom, And anyone who's like smoked a pack of cigarettes or seen one, you know the tin foil that comes on top of the cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I left it on my bed.
Dumbass.
Went out, hung out with my friends. We sat there, smoked pretty much the entire fucking pack between the four of us.
As you do.
And yeah, and so get home from my friend's house, and my dad's outside, and he has the biggest shit-eating grin, and I'm just like sitting there like, oh God, what's going on?
Finally caught me.
He goes, come on, boy, let's go inside. And I go, okay, Dad.
Okay,
We go
Pops.
inside. He's like, hey, he's like, you got some mail right there. Uh, like where I used to sit at the table. That's where he put my mail. I was like, oh, thanks. I walk over there, I look, and I see the mail, and on top of my mail is that tinfoil.
Damn.
And it didn't fucking click in my head yet. So I kind of like pick that up, put it to the side, and start looking through my mail. And he just kind of looks at me. He goes, "You know what that is, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's tinfoil from my stepmom's cigarettes." He goes, "Nope, that's the tinfoil I found on your bed." And as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh shit!" He goes, "Don't worry." He's like, he's like, "You're not gonna have to talk to me about this." Stepmom gets home. As soon as she walked through the door, he told her. She came up to my room, dude. She fucking laid into me about it. Like rightfully so. I can't complain. I just sat there and took it. I'm like, yeah, no, I deserve.
It's
I
so
definitely this is my fault.
it's so funny because like your dad was probably in the sense of I just caught the fucker. That's all I needed.
Yeah, yep. And so yeah, so that that's
I
it was that. And like dude, it,
That's great.
it's the whole thing of like it's so weird now being an adult and being able to make adult decisions.
Yeah, it sucks being able to like smoke and drink without like the thrill of being like 18, 16 and doing it.
Dude, that's what I miss, right? Is the thrill of like, oh yeah, man, I, you know, I'm sitting here drinking a beer and I'm like 16 years old. I'm so cool,
I
dude. I'm
had
so
me a
cool,
tequila earlier.
dude. Did I ever tell you the story of the first time I ever blacked out drinking?
Yes, you have. Yes.
Okay,
While you were
is that
blackout drunk.
appropriate or
No. We're actually doing really good
really?
in no edits for this one, and I'm really happy about it because it's less editing I have to do. I'm actually
From what I
so
remember,
thrilled.
it's not that bad.
Yeah, from what you remember. You tell it differently every time you're blackout drunk.
Well, now I'm sober, so I have somewhat sober thoughts. It just the highlights.
The
Can I tell
highlights.
the highlights?
Yes, the highlights. Go for it.
Okay. I cussed out one of my friends for making out with a girl. I passed out after that. Then I woke up, wandered off. I was gone for probably 15 minutes. By the way, what finally blacked me out was a bottle of wild turkey.
Gross.
I I had it in my hand. We were all taking shots out of the bottle, and I don't remember what exactly was said, but the way I remembered it was something something. You won't drink that whole bottle. Apparently, what was actually said was something something. Y'all can't drink that whole bottle tonight. So, anyways, I downed this entire bottle of
I
wild
heard
turkey.
fighting words.
Yeah, downed the bottle of wild turkey, slammed my face off of a lifted up pickup truck into the grass. Wander off for probably about 15 minutes. Get a drunk babysitter, and that's most of what I remember. But the thing I remember the most is the next day at graduation when several people from that party came up to me and was like, "Wow, you're still alive?"
You're still
Like,
alive?
what? What do you mean? They're like, well, we saw you passed out in the grass for a while, and we didn't know what to do, so we just kind of left you laying there. Like, what?
It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean you just left me there?
I could have died.
Yeah. No, that was the other story, but I can't. I know I can't tell that one.
So your cigarette story made me think of one that's my favorite one. So when I was in high school, I would ride my skateboard to school every day. I mean, obviously, I looked like how I did, and I I
He
stopped
was a
this.
skater boy.
Shut the fuck up. And
I'm sorry, I forgot she said "see you later, boy."
oh fuck off.
Or she wasn't good enough for you,
She wasn't
anyways.
good enough, anyways. But I go to a few of my old friends at the time, and my buddy was like, "Hey, you want a cigarette?" I'm like, "A cigarette in this economy? I'll have me a puff." And as soon as I take just one, I get a phone call, and I'm like, why am I getting a phone call at like 8 o'clock in the morning? Then I'm like, wait, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Wait, I'm not in homeroom. And I look at my phone. I see because I always have my mom as my birth giver or my mama. And I read my birth giver, and the profile picture I had for her was Mickey Mouse flipping off. And I look at him like, if I don't answer this right now, I'm dead. So I answer it. And she goes, "Hey, so I heard you're not in homeroom." I'm like, "What are you talking about, Mom? I'm in homeroom right now." She's like, "Yeah, you were marked absent today." I'm like, "That's weird. I'm in homeroom right now." And I try to get my friends to be like, "Yeah, see, he's in homeroom." That didn't work. Um, so all I hear is her go my full name. "If you don't get in that school right now, I'm dragging you in." And I just click, and I'm like, "Hey guys, so if I don't go to school now, I'm gonna die." So I probably went the fastest I've ever gone on a skateboard before into school. Went into the class and sat down. I'm just like, I text mom, I'm like, I'm at school now. She
So
she was ready.
I got a question.
Go on.
So when you were marked absent, did they call immediately?
From
And
what
was it
I
her cell
know,
phone?
huh?
Was it her cell phone that was the primary number?
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense because again, we went to different high schools, but like same time period.
Yeah. No.
My
And
school would wait,
oh no, they wouldn't wait.
but oh no, mine would either do it the exact moment that you were marked absent and like it got turned into the office because we were still like paper,
Mm-hmm.
um, or they would do it like end of day. Either way, anytime I ever got marked absent, my parents never knew because they did the home line. So all I
Oh,
had to do, yeah, all I had to do was make sure that I was the first one home, and would just sit there and go through the messages to delete that one.
smart. Unfortunately for me, um, and I know my little brother will listen to this, and he knows my mother's a scary person. She would skin me alive. And after that, I got to the point where I go to homeroom and then I leave. And that was only doing like 2 classes a day because I had like the work leave thing at the end of the year. So I'd be like, all right, I'll do homework later. It's fine. And then I failed math, but I got a D minus in math and was able to graduate.
See, I never really skipped like I wouldn't skip core classes because it's like okay, yeah, I want to pass high school. I don't want to be here as long, I want to be here for the 4 years. That's it. I want to get out of high school. That's the only
Right.
reason I went to core class. And the only reason I went to electives was, oh, well, this is a class that I wanted to take anyways. So of course I'm going to show up.
Right.
But um, for my freshman year, I took a study hall block because we didn't have like actually study hall. We had you could it was just an elective, for
Right.
the kids that didn't like give a shit, which was me. So I took a study hall block. The teacher for that class was so chill. She didn't care if we were in there as long as we didn't make it her problem. So I would show up, go, sit there for like 15 minutes. All right, I'm bored. Go up to her and be like, hey, I need a hall pass. And her only rule was be back here every 15 to 30 minutes so you can get a renewal on your hall pass. So that way, she didn't have to get talked to. She didn't want to talk to people.
Right.
Super chill teacher. Well, one day I'm out skipping with one of my friends. and I don't even think I told my parents this story, so hopefully they never find out about the podcast.
Fingers
Um,
crossed.
but yeah, so I'm sitting there skipping with one of my friends, and it's a enclosed but also open campus.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you can go outside as long as can find your way back in. This was kind of a weird time period in the school history.
Right.
So we're sitting there skipping class. Well, I didn't know it had almost been an hour,
Oh,
and we're walking by the ISS room, or I wait,
in school suspension. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yeah, ISS room. Well, the teacher for that, she peeked out of her door because two assholes out there making noise.
Right.
Well, she knows my friend because he goes to ISS almost every other week. I was a chaotically good child. I would do bad things, but never get caught.
Right.
Weird that I turned out into a functioning adult. But anyways,
Miracle either of us did, but
so
go on.
yeah, so him being him takes off, like immediately runs away.
Uh,
She is screaming his name at the top of her lungs, and because guilty by association, I'm standing beside him, and she points and goes, "You, what is your name?" And she is like this uh, older lady who, I swear to God, she could bench press a bus, dude.
oh.
Like she was just terrifying. So I was like, I'm not getting out of this. I just tell her my name, and she goes, "Do you have a hall pass?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got one for I'm in study hall, and I got it from." I hand her the hall pass, and she looks at me, and she goes, "This is over an hour ago. What have you been doing in it for an hour?" And I was like, "Oh, I went to the bathroom and kind of got lost." And she just looked at me like, "This child is so stupid." And I couldn't think of anything on the fly at that point in my life. So she was like, "All right, you come with me." And I had to sit in the ISS room. Dude, because I wasn't actually in suspension, there was nothing for me to do. So I just sat there staring at a wall. And I'm like, dude, this sucks. I'm actually gonna get put in here. I'm gonna get caught. Like, dude, I was so pissed. So I
You had
had to
like
sit there for
everything
like
go into
15
your
minutes.
head.
Yeah, I had like 50, I sat in there for like 15 minutes. Felt like a year. So she finally comes back. She goes, "I called your teacher. You count yourself lucky that she is nicer than I am. Because if it was me, you'd be back in here for the next week." I was
Oh,
like, yeah. I was like, "Yes, ma'am. All right, yep." She's like, "You better go apologize to her." I was like, I will. You'll never see me again." Left. Went back to my homeroom teacher, and she looked at me. She's like, my one rule. It's so simple to follow." And she like she wasn't mad that I was skipping again. She let us skip.
right.
She was mad that I got caught skipping.
It's like you were doing so well.
So she was like, "Do you want to go to in school suspension?" I was like, "No." She's like, "All right, then you're not going to skip anymore until I think you're good enough to skip again." I went, "Okie dokie."
Good enough to
I didn't skip
skip
for like
again.
it was like 2 weeks, and after that I was like, "Hey, can I skip class?" And she's like, "Yeah, just make sure to be back here in 30 minutes to get your new call pass." I was like, "Okie dokie." Again, it's homeroom. She
Right.
didn't care.
That's so fucking funny.
Dude, like honestly, wasn't even one of my teachers, but best teacher.
Wasn't even a teacher, but great teacher.
No, she was an art teacher.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck every art teacher I've had, minus one. You know what? Actually, I hope in the small span of what's it called, in this the great big world that we have, and that somehow, some way, uh, my middle school art teacher finds this and she remembers me, and all I have to say is, "Fuck you, Mrs. Potts. You're a pretentious bitch." That's all. That's
Picasso was never a great artist.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and your stupid hairstyle.
Every All right, you know what? I hope an art teacher out there hears this because it needs to be talked about, and it finally needs to be said by more than just the people I've heard say it. Picasso wasn't a great artist. He was a CIA op. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
do, I do.
All right, for those of you that don't know, the rundown water version, if you really care to hear the full story, there are brighter and better people that have talked about it other than me. But Picasso was basically a communist who was in the free land of America, who made money because the CIA wanted to piss off the communists. So they paid these politicians and rich people to buy his art because the Russians didn't understand it. It is the only reason Picasso was ever so popular in his time.
Can't wait for the Fed boys to get us on that.
It's public knowledge. It's open. It's just nobody sits there and thinks to look at it or talk about it.
Right.
Besides like the few people like me who will hear it once and be like, "Huh, I wonder if that's true," and then sit there and go to the open docs for like any released information,
Right.
like the JFK Warren Commission findings and all that stuff.
I was just about to say, join in the next podcast when we open up the JFK files together.
Dude, I am not reading through that.
I'm
I,
a quarter of the
I
way
will
through.
read. I will read the declassified documents for like Navy SEAL ops and all that from like 2009 to 2012. But I'm not going to sit there and read the JFK files. I'm not
Don't.
that interested. I already know who did it. Everyone knows who did it.
For your own betterment and sanity, don't. It's not wonderful.
Again, reading any government document is near impossible to get the full story
Right.
because there's certain things that one they can't release, and two, they'll have like, oh, page 9, and then you flip to the next one, it's page 32, and it's like, but in order to understand 32, you need pages 11 and 12, which are further down the document. So, oh my God, why are you not just releasing everything like it's a book?
And
Who is
literally,
who's
who's in
doing?
charge of it? Who's doing this?
I will say, the one thing that I did besides the seal document that was released was I sat there and I finally found the documents for oh my God, I almost said Marsoc. It
Oh,
was a Marine. No, MacVSOG.
oh shit! No way.
Yeah, they fully released. Still doctored, but MacVSOG operations because they finally admitted to it in the '90s that yeah, we know we were definitely in Cambodia.
Yeah. It's like
Cambodia, Laos.
it's a holiday in Cambodia.
Yeah, and like there's some interesting stuff in there, but a lot of it is just observed movements of material from this day to this day. But,
Right.
like, but then there's the story of like they saw these kids sitting there playing with a piece of driftwood, and the next thing you know, it's just an all-out firefight because of how the document reads.
Right.
And so me and my creative imagination is, oh yeah, we're sitting there watching kids play in a pond. So anyways, we gunned their dad down.
Yeah, we killed their father.
Like that's not how it's supposed to read. When you actually find the full document, it's just another boring ending of, oh yeah, that's all we observed that day.
Right.
But it's just funny because of how they structure everything.
It's just
And
so. It's
it's
like a
like
kindergartner did it.
it makes me fully believe that the U.S. government is just as disorganized as any corporation I've ever worked for.
Yeah. Yeah. And they can't even fucking put their pages in order. And they take my taxes every fucking year.
Take my taxes, be it my words are so shit.
Takes my taxes, but can't even organize a fucking document.
Yeah, no wonder they pay me or they take so many taxes out.
I think they pay for some fucking school lessons. Fucking kindergartners.
Dude, like the whole. So I'm pretty sure you heard about like the Buffalo school situation.
Yes.
So, yeah, that sucks. And it's not the only school district that's doing it. There's so many out there. like this corrupt and lying school because all these schools want to be like their own little police departments now.
Right.
But that's just adding to the pile of already created issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, there are so many in my high school. It pissed me off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there were three criteria of graduation. If you took all AP classes in high school, you didn't have to take government class. Or not government, you didn't have to take economics class. If you didn't take AP, you had to take economics no matter what, and you had to pass it to graduate or go to college. So
Fair.
you had to prove that you were going to go to college in order to graduate or pass a trade school class and they let you graduate. And like I remember my senior year, I they had like this whole thing of you had like they called us into a room and they're like, all right, here's some laptops. Fill out this like it's basically like a review of like what you're planning to do in the future, right?
Yeah.
So my friends that did go to college, when I talked to them about it, because I was complaining about it, I was like, dude, it took forever to do. Like I had to write basically an essay. So I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what? I was like, wait, what did y'all have to do? They're like, oh, we went in there and asked, oh, are you going to college? We clicked yes, what college we're going to, and that was it. For
Fair
people
enough.
like me that weren't going to go to college because college is a fucking scam, I had to write a paragraph about why I'm not going to college, what opportunities I think I can be afforded without a college education. Like I had to sit there and explain myself for, oh, why aren't you going to college? And that's what I hate is schools are pushing college so far up kids' asses these days.
Oh, so bad. I
It's
wasn't.
ridiculous.
Did you have the Avid program in high school?
No.
Okay, cool. I did. It was literally college readiness. And I looked at my teacher. I said, you know what? I'm not going to college. I'm just going to work. He's like, are you sure? You've been doing this for 3? Yeah, I don't want to go to college.
Well, like, what? So, funny story is one of my friends who went to college, he got a college grant.
Okay.
Like, so his entire freshman year was prepaid. Like, he didn't have to pay a single cent. You want to know how he got that?
Hmm.
We were sitting there in class one day, and he goes, I'm supposed to write an essay, but I don't know what to write about. And I was like, well, what topic did you pick? I fucking wrote the essay for him, and he got accepted for the grant.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I didn't go to college because I didn't want to go to college because I'm too stupid to go to fucking college. It's because I'm too smart to fucking pay somebody, fucking $100,000 to tell me some shit that I don't really fucking need and maybe 5 classes of shit that I do fucking need and then
Right.
go and dip for the rest of my life. Like, dude, and you're not even guaranteed a job after you fucking get out.
You're not, and that's where so many people fucking just suffer. You're not guaranteed. You're going
Yeah.
through all of this for potentially nothing.
Like if you don't have your college paid for by the time you're out, I have a cousin who is 35 who is still paying off her college loans, and she immediately got a job after college, a good paying job.
That's another thing is loans and like student debt, dude. Like, oh my god, could not.
Oh yeah, like the college loans alone are abysmal.
Like, yeah, there's like FAFSA and stuff like that to help get in, but like it doesn't help after. You know what I mean? You still have to pay it back. It's just
Yeah,
like a
no.
credit loan at that point, like a fucking loan agency.
Oh yeah, no, and it's government run, so you
Exactly.
know it's not good.
This has
Like
been this
I
actually
like
like side note real quick before you go. This actually I think has been my favorite podcast we've done so far. I don't know what it is about
why
it.
because we're complaining because we're complaining about college.
College and games. It's perfect.
I mean, it just sounds like a regular talk between us
Yeah. That note,
or
guys, I'm
Miles.
gonna leave the sponsored link to the Ericus cookbook.
Jesus. Like, so what I to finish up this whole rant, I have a younger brother
You do.
who is going into his not a sophomore, his sophomore year of high school.
Is he already a
There,
sophomore?
it goes freshman, sophomore, junior, senior,
No,
right?
yeah. I just didn't realize he was already a sophomore.
Yeah, dude.
No shit, dude. I'm proud of him. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, gives me panic attacks because I remember he's old, and then I remember that I'm old, and then it's sensory spiraling. So, anyways, um, so uh, they're already pushing college onto him.
Jesus.
Like his freshman year, I was like, dude, and here's the thing, because I've gone through that school system, the same high school he's going to, I already know senior year, halfway through, they're gonna make him take a PSAT.
Oh my god. That's another
Yeah, no,
rant. That's another rant for me.
dude, we were required halfway through to take a PSAT. If we didn't, then we automatically failed.
Really?
It, yeah, and it didn't matter what score you got on it. So me being like, one, I'm not going to college. Two, I'm not getting graded on it. So why do I fucking care? So
Exactly.
I sat there, put in the most minimal amount of effort. I don't remember the score. I if it was like scored out of 100, I think I got a 70.
Okay.
One of my friends who actually wanted to go to college took it seriously. Got a fucking 40.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, like, dude, I was like, I don't understand. Like, how do you want to go to college and you're getting a lower score? I didn't even try. I literally sat there for like the subject I didn't give a fuck about.
Mm-hmm.
I just sat there and went A B C D E F G. Like I didn't. I filled in. When it came to like history, mathematics, like a few other subjects, I threw a little bit of effort in there, but not fully.
Right. I was the same way. If it was something I at least liked a little bit, I put a lot more effort in. Like U.S. history, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, my history teacher didn't like me.
Oh, every history teacher I ever had hated me.
Well, you and I are the same fucking person when it comes to shit like that. We'll correct them.
Yeah. Like
Because, dude,
I
let me tell
remember.
you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I got kicked out of history class in middle school because I corrected them on the fact that Lincoln did not free the slaves.
Yeah, I did
Something
that.
that,
I did that too.
yeah, something that is like common knowledge among people who actually watch history, like learn about history on their own, or if you watch the Proud Family reboot. But it's so wild to me that there are so many people out there. They're like, oh yeah, you don't need to know history for for everyday life, and it's like yes and no,
Right.
because there's this funny thing of history repeating itself.
Very much so.
And I'm not saying that's happening right now,
I am.
but look at the state the world in, and you tell me if you think history is repeating itself or not.
I remember in U.S. history class we were talking about Vietnam, and I said two
My
things.
grandpa would go.
Huh?
My grandfather was there. He was in Vietnam.
So I corrected him on two things. One was the fact it was a conflict, and he kept like screaming at me.
Not to the U.S. technically.
No, not to the U.S. technically, but and then we were everyone was talking about the guns in Vietnam, and me immediately perking up because video games, Call of Duty. I played Black Ops and studied things in my spare time. Um, and even before I watched the Wendigoon video about it, I knew that the U.S. sabotaged rifles.
Hmm.
I said that, and my teacher's like, "No, they didn't. Those were perfectly good American rifles." I'm like, "You look at how many fucking blew up in someone's hand.
Yeah.
You look and tell me that they did not fuck up those rifles on purpose. Go ahead." And he looks it up on
Again,
Google, and he's like, "Go to the principal's office." I said, "No."
no, and everybody clapped.
Shut the fuck up.
But sorry, it's such a Tumblr.
No, no, it's valid. It's valid. It's fine.
As someone who owns an Armalite rifle, which is what AR stands for, you fucking plebeians. Anyway, um, as someone who owns a Armalite rifle, I can definitely tell you they've gotten better because they were forced to get better. But they still have the one thing that makes them US compliant, the fucking jam enhancer.
Yep.
For those of you who do not know anything about firearms, Google search, not on your work or school computer, but Google search AR-15 jam enhancer. It is wild that it is still something that they have to have, and the only reason that it's there is because it was too reliable of a gun, and the U.S. government didn't like it, so they had to. They were like, "Oh, we don't like that. You can't send the bolt hole manual."
Can we complain
What,
about the NRA and the ATF next podcast?
dude? I don't know if I have enough Tylenol in this house to the ATF, dude. As someone who is already registered in the ATF, I I do not care to talk about them in a public setting.
I
And by
know.
registered, I don't mean that I'm a felon.
You and I both
I
know
mean that
we've had
that
conversations.
but by registered in the ATF, I don't mean that I'm a felon. I mean that I own things that the ATF doesn't want me to own unless they know I have it.
This is true.
But like, what I will say about the ATF, that I don't feel afraid of my life or my dog's life to say about the ATF, is that they
I love you,
are a
bud.
necessary evil. I'm fucking dead, but they are a necessary evil. As much as people like to fucking dog on, as much as people like to say that there's no reason to have peel the ATF, they are a necessary evil because there
They are.
are bad people here that need to be kept in check with some of the laws that we have. Yes, people who break the laws are always going to break the laws, but when you can find certain ways to get them on something like a murder charge, you can get off a murder charge so easily. But if they did it and you can prove that they owned a gun that wasn't ATF certified, they can still go to prison.
Right.
There's actual examples of people who got off on murder charges but were still convicted because the gun that they used allegedly, but because they owned it, wasn't ATF compliant.
Mm-hmm.
And I love and I also hate that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the ATF is not perfect. Could be better, but sometimes you gotta have necessary evils.
Sometimes you have to have another vet that can take care of your dog other than the local veterinarian shelter.
Exactly. But
I'm not cutting that. Nothing. That's not getting cut. I'm leaving that one.
the original joke or the one you made?
All of it. Just it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Kill my dog?
That entire sentence and that entire it's gonna piss everyone off and leave nobody satisfied.
You know, it's funny because to wrap up,
Such a raw personal belief.
like podcast and this as a whole, um, I've been uploading shorts more, and I like finally got age demographics for like people that like ponder by. I saw like 40s to
Mhm.
50s, and I really hope there's going to be that one person that just stumbles upon this video and you're like, you know, I sir, and it's just an entire rant. And I'm just gonna direct you to it and let you go for it.
Dude, I listen. I work with 40 to 50-year-olds all the damn time. I don't give a shit how
I,
things used to be. There's
oh,
a reason that they're no longer like that
oh, I know.
because they fucking didn't work or they sucked.
Yeah,
Even somebody who has sat there and looked at my own childhood, even though it wasn't like, so long ago, feels like forever ago.
we're old.
But yeah, I'll look back at my childhood fondly, but I can also recognize that it was probably not the best thing for the United States at the time
Yeah,
for certain things to be allowed like they were.
yeah, yeah.
But hey,
The one
This
thing I have to worry
entire
about.
time.
The one thing I have to worry about. That's fine.
That will make my dog lose his life.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Nash. He didn't deserve it.
It's,
Free my man's Nash. He ain't done nothing wrong. I'm trying to think if there's
that's a
any.
police dog.
Oh God, yeah, it is. Anyway, trying to think if there's any news things I need to say. I don't know if I have any this time. Oh, I'm still working on the iceberg. I've just been tired. That's it. That's all I got news wise.
He's been tired and too busy playing Overwatch to edit or talk to the homies.
I cannot confirm or deny the allegations that have been put against my character. I need a lawyer present.
I will leak our DMs.
You're right. I'm sorry. Do you have anything to say before we cut it?
I don't fucking. The only thing I do
no, yeah, yes, you
publicly.
do. No, the schedule thing, because I didn't get the other podcast episode edited because it keeps crashing.
What do you mean the schedule?
The every other week thing.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, shit. No, that wasn't the other podcast you heard.
Yeah.
The one that's unreleased and may not be released depending on how it goes.
Yeah, if it keeps
Um,
crashing, it won't.
yeah, we're trying to do like an every other week thing, so that's kind of interesting.
It'll work. We're old. It'll work.
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm the one announcing this. I'm just the co-host. Or
Because you
host,
said it
depending
last
on
time
who
in
announces.
the unreleased episode, so you have to say it again.
Yeah. Again, I said it in the past two podcasts. I don't fucking do any public social media shit.
Well, you
Like,
know, maybe you want to start uploading Fortnite brain rot videos. I don't know what the fuck you want to do with your spare time.
Dude, I work too much. I don't have time.
That should not be the deterrent to making Fortnite brain rot. That should not be the reason.
It's the only reason. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a job, I'm gonna be unemployed next week. But if it wasn't for the fact that I had a job, I would just sit there and post nothing but lizard content.
Lizard.
Yeah, just it is slowly taking over my Instagram feed.
It's not slow for me. It's everything. It's everything.
Well, no, like last week, it was just every few videos. This week, it's been every other video.
Lizard. I'm gonna put the lizard bit. I want to see if I can't just find a clean clip of it.
Just at the very end of this podcast to get the watch time, just lizard.
Well, I guess since you started, I have to end, don't
I mean, I guess.
I? Yeah, probably. I keep changing my profile picture every fucking episode.
Oh, I will say, yeah, I'm pretty consistent with my simpingness of Kana Arima.
Couldn't
She
be
didn't
me.
deserve what happened to her. I will say, I have talked to people about doing the podcast, like people I work with.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I work with actually watched an episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you want to know how they described it?
What?
It's like if a redneck and an emo put the differences aside and became friends.
You and I are the male version of the goth girl dragging the country guy away thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about?
If you're good, I'll take you to Bass Pro Shop.
I don't want it. We're literally the equivalency of it.
Except I'm the one that always has to drag you into
Yeah.
shit.
I have too much social anxiety to not be dragged into things.
I have to bully him to do anything.
It's the only way I can do things if I'm getting bullied severely.
You have to sit there and bully him just to come
It's true.
to the podcast.
Come to the podcast. Don't worry, Dane. It's nothing else.
Alright, end this shit.
Thanks for tuning into the Goofin Off podcast. As always, your boy Tux, with my wonderful redneck co-host who drags me and bullies me until I come to the podcast, Tom X Games 69. Until then, I'm gonna go fucking rest my broken toe.